I like to confess first that last evening I made some investment in him, 5,000 shillings to come and say a few good things about me. It has paid handsomely. So I also must confess that I'm not a lawyer, that what I will speak is what I know about intellectual property in this country. I can see several lawyer faces in front of me, Kiptines, Luton, everybody here, and those who are aspiring to be lawyers. But one thing I must say is that I want to thank Strathmore for making it possible that Kenyans can begin to understand this complex process of protecting their inventions. This is important because we have not done it before, and we are at the period now where many Kenyans are coming up with very many innovations. And this I thank God because He has given us too many problems, and that is the reason why we are being very innovative. You have to be in a problem in order to find a way of getting out of that problem. And because we have many of the problems, we are going to see many of the inventions coming out of this country and moving on to other parts of the world. You have seen some of mobile applications, other applications, software, moving from Kenya to the rest of the world. It's going to continue to happen. Kenya has done very well in other areas, especially in agriculture, where we have spent a lot of resources in terms of research. And here we find there are so many patents that needs to go through the rigor of getting registered, even with international, at international level. But I hold a very different view for our sector, which I would call the creative economy. This covers mostly software, music, and other areas. That the level of research that has gone into this area, the level of research, you can't compare with the level of research that we will put in other sectors of our economy. This is not to say that you have not spent so much time in doing what you are doing. So we need to seriously look at other areas that can protect our intellectual property, other than going strictly to the strict rigor of getting through the IP process, like my friend has been talking about KIPI, or protecting your inventions in international fora, the US and other countries. I'm told the processes are so strict, so rigorous, that you actually need to go through a serious program in order to know how to apply and secure the patents. And that's why we thank Strathmore that what they're doing in terms of creating that capacity here, it would help our people, because most of our people have been going to India to get support in order to go through the process, and sometimes it fails. But here now we are beginning to develop homegrown capacity that would ensure that we have international standards of filing for patents. And with that, you will find there will be more successes than we have had before. But I've been seeing many agencies here that will help in terms of securing your creative work that you're doing, that is not very expensive. Because I'm saying this also wearing the academic hat, knowing that practically there is nothing you do that you did not learn something from somebody. Even the simple papers that we do, you normally refer to Mugo Kibati did this study and came up with this. and I'm looking at this, and then this is the conclusion. I shouldn't begin to patent that without knowing that I learned some of it from Mugo. And with that, I think there are better ways of doing it. I mean such ways like Creative Commons. We should look at them much more closely than going the whole hog of registration that is more rigorous than other processes. And that is what we're encouraging the youth, that there are better processes, faster, that can protect your work and move faster, so that at some point when you feel that you are up to the game, then you can go through the more complex process. It's slightly different from what people think, and people normally say we can go apply for the patents through this format. There are lawyers here, and I said I'm not a lawyer, so even if I make a mistake, just say that man doesn't know anything. He's a lawyer. He's not a lawyer. But I will dwell mostly on what Strathmore has done to get us together here to begin to think as a country on how to protect our property, our intellectual property, is actually more important. And even the law school has begun on the right footing by attracting or getting people to go through these processes, or to get the capacity that is local and understanding the local environment and taking us to international, to the international, just like any other part of the world. So today, I would say I'm glad that I was invited to come, even though very briefly, because we are doing something in Parliament through the Parliamentary Accounts Committee, which I said I must run and see who has attended here, so that I can hire them when I have my patent. I know Kiptines is here because I've come up with an innovation which I'm still working on. Having seen how people are suffering through endoscopy, I am asking people to partner so that next time we have a small camera which you swallow and it takes the picture all through the bottom. This is very serious. And then you don't have to go through the process of endoscopy. It ensures privacy, but at the same time, you gather the data. You can have your iPad on the side to note every section. If there is somewhere there is a problem, then it says the duodenum, there is something growing there. Now the doctors can go deal with it. This is very serious, by the way. And because, as I told you, it is the problems that lead to innovation. Nobody has done that. Micro camera swollen, and you swallow it and it brings the results. Just think about it. You know, jokes are the ones that lead to money, but make sure you remember who told you that, and you pay me for the services. I want to request your permission that I go back, but I want to wish you the best of the day in these deliberations. I see the people I would hold responsible who are in this room, who are working in the ministry. So I'm not too far away from what you are doing. And thank you for inviting me. I look forward to working with you to ensuring that we all patent the works that we are doing. Asante sana.